Hathi kube khona lokubhala phansi kulabafundisi.
As the dispute continues to gain traction, one of the elders of the royal chiefdom spoke out on the genesis of the shooting that took place in the past 2 days. Yemaswati are encouraged to continue to heed to the protocols of halting the spread of COVID-19. Wash your hands with soap and water, sanitize, wear your mask, avoid crowds, and continue to maintain a safe social distance. Needy and the vulnerable. His Majesty has launched this giving campaign through various institutions governed by the Deputy Prime Minister's office. And now the Minister for Education encourages schools to prepare themselves as they'll be resuming classes in all grades. The Minister for Education first commended the cooperation of parents as schools return to normality for students to continue their classes. Further, the Minister also pointed out that on the 29th of November, all classes will be reopening for school.
Ende uthanza kubonga kakhulu bonke lakabambisene nabo ukuze tikolo tivulwe mhla ka 23 November ku 2021. Tikolo tivuliwe tavuleka kahle njengoba uhulumende bekabhekile. Litiko ke licela kubonga baphathe tikolo, libonge bothishela, libonge kanye nebamfana kulalela nakathi uhulumende wonke umvu akabuyele esikolweni. Sicela ke kubonga kakhulu batali kuthi ke sibambisane nje sisonke le bamfana kuthi babuyele esikolweni. Kuvula kwetikolo kuhambe kahle kakhulu kuleli viki lelisuka kulo. Uhulumende ke uyathi ukuthi sikhathi lesinenge sesilahlekile sekufunda etikolweni kubamfana kodwa ke sesibona ukuthi asichubeke ke sale sibuyisela nalaba labanye lebasolo bahlede emakhaya nabo basengakabuyeli. Bona ke uhulumende uthi bayabuyela mhla ka 29 kuye November 2021 lokusho ukuthi ngumsombuluko lona lesiya kuwo. Uyathi uhulumende unako emqondweni ukuthi iCovid-19 solo ikhona ayikayendzawo lokusho ukuthi ke kubuyela kwalaba lesithi batawubuyela balama grades bekasolo angekho esikolweni kutawendeka ngalendlela lelandzelako. Laba sema crash ema preschool batawuya onke malanga esikolweni. Grade 1, grade 2 na grade 3 nabo batawuya onke malanga esikolweni. Bese kuthi grade 4 na grade 5 batawuya ngabo lesibili na ngabo lesine. Bese kuthi grade 6 yena utawuya ngemsombuluko ulesine nalesihlanu. Kuthi ke grade 7 yena naye uqhubeka uya onke malanga. Isikolo ke lesiphakeme lekusho ukuthi secondary ne high school form 1 na form 2 bona batawuya ngemsombuluko nangalesine. Bese kuthi form 3 yena uya onke malanga. Form 4 yena utaya ngabo lesibili, bolesithathu na bolesihlanu. Bese kuthi ke form 5 naye achubeke aye onke lamalanga. Kodwa ke tikolwa letine nombolo naso ubuka bonke bamfana labaphelele kuleso sikolo nangabe ting 150 noma ngaphasi nabo labo bamfana labo kuleso sikolo leso batawuya onke malanga.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm the National Report combined by Justice Damini Manzini. The Minister for Education, Honorable Lady Howard Mabuza, stated that head teachers do not have the permission to close schools unless they have sought permission from their regional education officers, the REOs, or the Ministry of Education itself. We have a report. The Minister for Education, Honorable Lady Howard Mabuza, stated that head teachers should consult with their regional education officers as they do not have the prerogatives of closing of schools in any eventualities of facing difficulties. The minister stated that it is important for them to know that only the ministry or government is responsible for closure and commanding any operation of schools in the country.
Nguhulumende loshoko ukuthi siyadikola tiyavala tiyavula. Kude umphathi isikolo lonelungelo lokusuka njena akhethe ukuthi namhla ngiyasivala ngiyabajikisa abantwana. Akakwendi umphathi isikolo lokho ukwenda abambisene nelitiko through the office labo REO. Kurong ukuthi ukhanzakale ungumphathi isikolo asowuvale isikolo wajikisa abantwana hulumende angadi abe hulumende amemetele ukuthi tikola tiyavula. Nangabe sekwendekile kwakuphunyukela ungumphathi wativalela wena sikolo nalo lilahlo.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe. A report compiled by Justice Lamini Manzini. Chief Lusenvo Fagutse strongly condemns the abuse of women and girls as he was closing or part of a ceremony of a male mentoring program by Waka Indwoza, where young men from the Lubamba folk were being educated on the issues of gender-based violence. Waka Indwoza male mentoring organization spent 5 months at Lubamba in Kanini, educating the youth on issues of gender-based violence. They started on the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, educating the youth on their role as they grow up to be responsible citizens, especially young men. Induna and Governor for BULLETIN, Chief Lusenvo Fagutse, stated that as God creation, we were created to do the best and emanate God. Therefore, abuse is strongly condemned in its highest terms.
Wasaphefumlela umoya wakhe nansi ke sabe sesibabantu lesendalo kuhle sifuteyela uma sendalo kubi sishayana asikambuti kuNkulunkulu ngalobo lelele lengeke lihambe liphambuka ngekindlela ethineke leliwe kanti phansi sendelo kuhle njengoba nje asho uNkulunkulu athi lobasabayo abuye endelo kuhle uyamukeleka uye noma ngabe ngowasebenzile.
Tom Chechet for Waka Indwoza stated that man should continue to play a role in protecting communities and building families.
But they're out to defend communities, to look out for each other and for old people, for women, for children in their communities. We're saying no to gender-based violence.
The Inkundla commended such an opportunity of creating future leaders.
Nasifundise bona sithemba ukuthi le lokubasakhula batawukhula banako ukuthi bafundisekile ukuthi umfada kashayo naye makafundise sifundisekile ukuthi indoda ayishayo.
Manje ngibona silolu hlelo lolutosita kakhulu lamanga nami ngidawuchubeka ngicela kumshifu ukuthi ngicela silivula ngolusebenzisa ngibitele youth yonke ito khona ngene ngomoya ukuthi yini efana sibayende empilweni.
For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe with Zamangambule, Lubamba. One of the senior princes of Mkiti Royal Chiefdom have expressed his disappointment on the issues that unfolded in the past 2 days after the shooting of one of their members of the family. He stated that the issue of a land dispute was a dragging issue that was still being discussed by the members of the family as they did not see eye to eye.
Mr. Mapega Mzabele, a senior member of the Mkitini Rural Chiefdom, states that as a family they had clashes after a negotiation of a land that was being disputed by the family. He stated that this land has been discussed for several times, but they did not come into agreement until the unfortunate incident that occurred.
Besukana lo mfana bengihamba naye mina ngithi ngihamba ngiyakahlathi ngiyolanza inazane likhona iphepha lefuneka lifanisiwe nalo RA inhlangano mangisuka la ngihamba nalo mfana imoto yakhe ilapha ihambela omunye umfana la sizayi sesofika sithathe le moto lo mfana ajika ede nayo ngetinyawo lakhaya masi lapha sibona bayahesha lapha ensimini sambe singabi nankinga athi ke lo mfana lapha mase sifika kule moto athi hayi ibaba omncane asengijike nye lapha ngoba batshela ukuthi cha abasuhesha ngoba phela lensini isakhulunyeka ngishathi ngishiyeke ke lapho ngithola lapha station ngishiyeke lapho ngifike ngase ngithatha lo mntwana ukhona umntwana omncane abela motweni ngijike nalo mntwana ngise mangisedude kwalesihlahla lesi neva khala spam khona lapha ensimini ngicabanga ukuthi esibhamu ke mina sidubule eDulu ngibone imoto ke lapha seyigijima le moto lenaza le private isuka lapha igijima iyawushiyele eTikwet block mangithi lapha ngithi ayiyawa ngimangala ukuthi kungabe kwento enjani ngibona seyiphenduka wane isikhathi ibuya la ngibone umnakethu lo asagijima la akagijima manje sasuka la agijima eDala ngibese ngesuka ngehla ukubese chamuka imoto la ivene yalaba bemlilo chamuka ngespeed ngithi mangilapha athi umnakethu lo naye saluhlehla ngithi kwento enjani asebamdubulile mlonto ngithi mina mhlambe bamdubule ukuthi ukhona uthi hayi vele uwile ushonile bese ngiyafika mangifika lapha ngithole vele ukuthi ushonile mhlambe kungenela
cha siyabonga baba
hey lana kunenzaba lefike nemnakethu unyonende ngabe uphi yena sithi nayi thina sicabanga ukuthi sidamthola lana phela bhuti abese uthi ke nayi cha akunankinga kodwa ngoba lenzaba wayifika wayibeka sesitayilungisa nje athi ke ngabe kuliciniso yini ukuthi la kufika umnakethu unyonende uta la utofuna utokhuluma indzaba yensini angati ke ukuthi lensimi labantwana labasibayifuna nguyiphi uthola ukuthi abayiphenduli ke labantwana ngibone ukuthi lena ngoba bengikhona makhuma sikhuluma ayiphendulwe ngimi bese ngiyayiphendula ngithi cha futhi lensimi labayifuna kungilela wabole kwayona ngaleli langa stepa sokwemgoza sikhuluma kusho ukuthi ke mina mangikhuluma kanjalo kufanele ukuthi sengikhuluma emanga wathi kimi how ya sengikubonile kanye mnakethu nguwe lo lesusa lo lithuthuva lo msindo nje lo sowususa utawubhula ngani ubabulaliselani labantwana kanti nguwe lo bulalisa labantwana impendulo yami yathi yebhuti ngibabulalisa ngani labantwana ngoba lenzaba le mayikhulunywa bebakhona futhi bayade nabosisi bebakhona bonke lo mndeni bokhona
Linda Shongo, Justice Zamini, and Kimberly Mavuso, Channel Yemaswati News, Mkitini.
Table Shop leso sitolo sabuchwepheshe kulapheni ngesinfu sesineminyaka lengama-70 sisita tindimbane tebantfu ngekugula lokuhlukahlukene. I-Table Shop itsengisa lonke hlobo lwemithi yetihlahla temvelo sisita kwelapha nati tifo letilandzelako: sifo semathambo, libhande, tifo telicansi, tilonza esiswini, sidliso, emajiji, luhlanga kanye kunye lokunyenti. Uma siuzame konke wehluleka, vakashela tolo letitfuka Manzini ngaphansi kweManzini Market eMbabane eDanset Building, Simunye ngase-Bus Rank, Nhlangano mabukane ne-KFC kanye nasebuhleni ebuhleni Mall shop number 8. Kwati kabandi shayele ku 2505 4806 noma usithumelele umlayeto ku info@dupsgroup.com noma uvakashele ikhasi lethu www.dupsgroup.com. Table Shop, traditional values, modern principles.
back. You're still watching channel Yemaswati News, and the news continue. We're now taking a look at our international stories. The United States of America will effect a ban on certain African countries like the European Union and the UK after the discovery of the Omicron variant of COVID-19.
The United States of America will effect COVID-19 ban of countries accessing the country on Monday from the Southern African region. The travel restrictions also apply to ESWATINI, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Lesotho, Mozambique, and Malawi. As from Monday, the country United States of America joins the European Union, the UK, to restrict the travel from Southern Africa as well as Southern African countries. This is because of the event. The EU Commissioner also stated that EU countries are urged to restrict travel from international countries, especially from those of Southern Africa.
The European Commission has today proposed to Member States to activate the emergency brake on travel from countries in Southern Africa and other countries affected to limit the spread of the new variant. All air travel to these countries should be suspended. They should be suspended until we have a clear understanding about the danger posed by this new variant.
Linda Shong of Channel Yemaswati News, reporting Babane.
As ESWATINI Expo continues, parents who are those guardians that are custodians of issues that looks into the lifestyle of children in schools are condemning the act of an education cluster that is looking to educating children about sexual reproduction health.
Parents are strongly against the comprehensive sexual education that will be conducted to children from 0 to 5 years in schools. They state that it is against their religion and against their practices as a country. They stated that it is important for the ministry to consider which lessons and how they put them to the disposal of their children. Ms. Lungile Dlamini had this to say.
To raise awareness ngana i-comprehensive sexual education lefakwa etikolweni njengebatali sikukhanza ukuthi yinto lembi lena yale comprehensive sexual education because lesibatali sikhanza ukuthi lilungelo lethu liyanyatheleka kakhulu litawunyatheleka kakhulu ilungelo lemntali esikolweni ukuthi umntwana wakhe umfundzisa into lenebuqotho njengelibandla siyakholwa kuli ngesiswati kulichilo ngekwesikholwa kuyinto lenyanyekako kakhulu emehlweni kaNkulunkulu lento lena lephethwe ngile comprehensive sexual education so ke sifuna ukuthi batali nabo bantwana babe aware and sikwadi ukuthi sivakalise nakuhulumende wethu ukuthi ayisiyo into lenhle lenza bale comprehensive sexual education.
Ningafisa ukuthi ke kwenziwe njani ngoba nako umhlaba uyaguquka kuningi nabo lekuvakala ngazi ukuthi kufanele bakwadi basakhula ifakwe njani lemfundo.
Ngicabanga ukuthi indzaba etekulala ngosi indzaba lenzala akusinto lefika nyalo njengesive semaswati nelive lelonke nje lamanye emave sinato tindlela tethu tebuntu tekufundzisa bekunemalawu kunetindzanga nanyalo lamaklasini kukhona labantwana labangafundziswa ngabo concerning tekulala lokutawubakha labantwana lokhu akusiko lokutawubakha labantwana nawubuka ukuthi kude buntu kulento lekhulunywako lokuthi abantwana bafundziswe yona naNkulunkulu akakuvumi lokhu evini lakhe ukuthi singenda umtimba lithembela uNkulunkulu iBhayibheli libeka ngakusobala lokho siyakwadi futhi umtimba into lehloniphekako bantu abethu sibafundzisa sibakhulisa ukuthi abafunze ukuthi hlonipha.
Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe with Zamankambule Babane Theatre Club.
Babane municipality afforded vendors in the city that they could be able to sell their produce to the residents of the city in a flea market that was staged at the premises of the Babane municipality. We have a report.
The Babane municipality arranged a flea market along the Black Friday holidays, targeting customers to support vendors who are conducting business in the city. The business people stated that they benefit and derive more profit from these opportunities. The customers also stated that they get low prices from the business people who conduct this business on these sites.
Emabhengu ilihamba njani business siyathi ukuthi eMaswati athengela Christmas kulamalanga nanaba nabo Black Friday kuhamba njani lapha kini?
Hey, kuyahamba but hayi kahle. Hayi Black Friday nathi siyayibona phindze sineke la kithi vele kwahlala ku Black Friday ngoba emanani ethu always aphasi. Azange sisibene amanani laseTulu. Like ngalo sisicabangele eMaswati ke ukuthi kodwa umuntu ongamane nje akhiphe 300 at least akakhiphe bo 250 nathi siconnectile.
Yeah.
Hey, masipala sibonga kakhulu ngoba nasihle naleti impahla lemakhaya asikhona lutho. Kodwa nasitelana asijiki singakaphathi lutho. Kuba khona sijika nako. La sendela kona sijabula kakhulu actually.
Kwende kanjani utholele Black Friday?
Mina kanjani nje
Kwamba ufika ngala ukwaba nale nhlanhla le Black Friday.
kakhulu
Uthenge nje wena nami.
lana
Hamba nesakaza.
elinye lisaka masaka lawo
Kahle wena.
nemali encane
Le mali ngaka nje ukhiphe mali.
ngiyashiyana bengithenga kula bantu labahlukene.
Okay.
Ngikhathi omnye uthi tete ema-jeans ngiyawathenga athi tete ama-tracksuits ngiyawathenga.
Manje kukhuthatha nje labanye ukuthi bangakusabi into othenga la wathi.
Lana ifashion yakhona ihamba embili.
Kahle wena.
Akufana nasesitolo. Esitolo ukhanza ukuthi lama t-shirts angi-10 yabo kanti la ukhanza t-shirt utayigcoka wedwa awuhluki.
Meke Black Friday. Awuchaze ngenza ba Black Friday
Ngibendela yona namuhla nje. Black Friday.
Short say Black Saturday.
I-Black Saturday phela angithi kuye kubithwe noma kuqalwa evikini kuthiwa i-Black Friday kodwa kusuke kucale kubona esithathu.
Yeah.
Linda Shongwe, for Channel Yemaswati News, Udzama Ngambule, Mbabane.
Now taking a look at our sports news, Mr. Ngululeko Gama was able to secure a gold medal on the 21 kilometers at the Mbabane Marathon, which was staged today. We have a report.
Ngululeko Gama from the UADF won the 21-kilometer Mbabane Marathon race where he was competing with scores of athletes. He was able to secure his position as a gold medalist among the best, stating that he prepared himself even though it was at short notice. This event was also attended by the administration of the Mbabane municipality. Many people showed up showing excitement to be part of this marathon.
Okay, number one. Yeah, hamba njani kokweni?
Khambeke kahle kakhulu.
Yeah, khambeke kahle. Yeah, ukhona njani njengoba sinema peaks kunemehlelo?
Kushaya tibalo nje. Ngoba nawo nabo coach bakutshela ukuthi uhamba njani. Bathi nje hayi kuhambeni.
Ukulungiselele kanganani for lo mjani?
Ngoba nabo sesiphutile kutshelwa nalokwathi nje bathi nje ngoba nabo umdlalo uhlala seformini bengizama.
Ujime malanga namangaki nje ungangeni lo?
Kungithethe nje liviki bathi nje lokho ngisithe kakhulu. Kube nalomnye umphathi wami bathi Mr Pendro.
Okay, asante. Baqathile ngalapha sowuvele uphumelele siyabonga kakhulu mnumzane.
Other categories included that of the 21 kilometers, 10 kilometers, 5 kilometers, including the disabled. They were part of this marathon. For Channel Yemaswati News, I'm Linda Shongwe, Babane.
Recapping our top stories to end English news. His Majesty King Yemaswati III continued with the endeavor of supporting the elderly and the needy in the country by donating blankets to the needy and the elderly. Through Prince Longokelo, His Majesty showed his courtesy by supporting those in need through the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister, which is a program existing under his government. And now, the Minister for Education, Honorable Lady Howard Mabuza, announced that on the 29th of November, schools will be resuming classes in all grades. Kwaka Involves a male mentoring organization. Today is Thursday closing ceremony for a 5-month course, which was a workshop based at Nganini for the youth of Labamba area. Kitsini elder, who is responsible in responding to matters that affect their community, stated clearly that the issue that led to the shooting is an issue of land dispute that is still unresolved, which took years to continue to discuss with their inner council. Well, that's all for today. Until next time, please do enjoy the rest of your viewing. Good night.